as ready as I'll ever be.
Ooh boy. Ooh man. I never thought I'd do another Let's Read again. What about you?
I, it's been so long, I didn't think so either.
Is a is obvious recording? Yes it is. So hello, good morning everybody. It is 1:20 a.m. in the morning for me. And I'm with my buddy Acxra. You guys know him. He's been in the last few Let's Reads with me.
Hello, my beautiful darling.
If if either one of us is a little on the laggy side, it's just because Discord looks to be a dick. So yeah, we're back at it again, and unfortunately, this story that I have up on screen doesn't exist. Exist, I say with air quotes, on fanfiction, but it does exist in the Wayback Machine.
You can't get rid of something once it's on the internet.
Exactly. So, we're gonna tear this wonderful piece of shit. I've read this up to chapter 12. Chapter 12 is, thank God we'll only have 11 episodes of this, maybe. I can't get through Sam's accent. Sam's accent is it's so fucking boring. It really is. So, this is Arnold's past, and you guys will see why it's a piece of shit. I've had Acxra read it a few times, and
I read a couple of chapters, and I'm just like, oh my god, why?
so would you say that this story is worse than Child Savior?
I don't think anything can top Child Savior quite yet.
What about My Immortal?
You see, I haven't read My Immortal, so I can't really say anything about it. I've heard things about it, but I can't say anything about it.
Oh my god, watch the Internet Historian's version of it and Rendell reads. It's fucking hilarious. By the way, just links to those Let's Reads in the description below. So, who wants to read first?
I'm gonna throw you under the bus first.
Gee, thank you, asshole. Hey, look! Hey, look! Everything's in a paragraph now.
Hey,
Everything's in proper writing format.
I'm actually been excited about reading this because I'm like, oh.
Uh-huh.
Why did I ever let you convince me to play this game? Arnold whined as he walked over to the circle his teammates had created. Quit your whining, Arnold. Come on, it will be fun. Ellie replied back with a smirk as she sat cross-legged opposite him. There's no of in that sentence. No, Ellie, you're wrong there. My type of fun is reading a book, not playing a stupid truth or dare game, Arnold protested as he glared daggers at her. Arnold, just shut up and sit down so we can start the bloody game, Sam said in a stern voice.
You want to have a bad time?
Sam said in a stern voice. Fine, Arnold groaned as he spoke. Arnold groaned as he sat in the circle, silently cursing the game as it started. Okay, because I know how much you guys like to embarrass each other. Embarrass each other. I've set some rules. Everyone looked at Penny as she spoke, paying close attention to what she was saying. Okay, rule number 1, you're not allowed to dare anything dirty. A simple hug or a kiss is fine, but that's the whole point of the game. I mean, my group of friends at my college, there were 2 girls that went into the girls' bathroom and kissed in the stall that I happened to be taking a shit in.
Oh. wrong. That's just wrong. Why?
Because you know how I've said to you guys that I love each and every one of you, but you guys are a bunch of little shits, and we do the dumbest of shit on our fucking server. But the whole point of Truth or Dare, not the movie, is you're supposed to do dumb shit. That's the whole point. A simple hug or a kiss is fine, but nothing more. Rule number 2, don't bring up past events that might upset someone. Rule number 3, if you request a dare, but after hearing the dare you want to change the truth, you've got to answer the truth and plus do a forfeit, which is either a truth or dare. This also applies for if you want to change from truth to dare. And finally, rule number 4, have fun, understand? I didn't understand any of that.
Uh-huh.
Everyone nodded their heads silently, showing they understood her. The circle went in this order, from Arnold's left around to his right, Sam, Penny, Ellie, and then Elvis.
I have to get into the mode to read garbage. Absolute trash. I'm the trash man.
Can I in like the corner of the video put
Yes.
that one image? Oh god, we were on my Angry Soul Shaker Discord, and I'll put a censor so that way people don't know what Discord server it is. And I opened up a chat because I was inspired by Call Me Carson's video, and we made fighters. And one of the fighters was, what is it, Donnie Levito in a fairy outfit?
Yeah, it was. I said Danny DeVito in a fairy outfit.
It was brilliant. It was beautiful.
It was marvelous. I gotta look at that again now. Where is it? Ah, there we are, fighting characters. There we go. The trash fairy. The trash fairy.
Alright, it's your turn.
Got a pretty mouth.
Oh, this chapter's short, but we're making it fucking long.
I want to go first, please. I want to go first at asking. Elvis practically screamed and begged excitedly. All right, Elvis, who are you asking first? Penny asked. Elvis turned his head toward Sam's direction before plastering a huge grin on his face. Sam, truth or dare? I think I'll go for a dare, Sam said quietly, worrying about what Elvis was going to make him do. Feeling brave, are we, Sam? Elvis stated as his grin grew bigger. You could see the worry in Sam's eyes. He was regretting picking dare. Everyone watched Elvis anxiously to see what he was going to dare Sam to do. Sam, I dare you to Elvis said, quietly thinking of a good dare before a light went off in his head. I dare you to kiss Penny. Elvis had a massive smile on his face, and as he watched his friend go a brighter shade of red than Jupiter. Why am I being brought into this? Exclaimed Penny from the other side of Sam. Because it's Sam's dare. Come on, Sam, get on with it. Elvis said, smirking at Sam as Sam glared at him. I hate you, Sam growled at Elvis as he turned towards Penny, who by now had also had
Kara, is
By
that
now-
you?
by now had also had a very red-faced. Yes, a very red-faced.
You guys heard of blackface? Now get ready to meet redface. That's certainly not an innuendo for Native Americans at all.
He gently brought one of his big hands up to caress her cheek and rubbed his thumb over her smooth skin, slowly closing the gap between them in a sweet, tender kiss. The kiss didn't last long as her lungs burned from the lack of oxygen going to them. They slowly broke away, trying to regain their breath back as Ellie squealed at what had just happened. You guys are so cute! Ellie sat there smiling at the two like an idiot as Sam and Penny go bright red. I'm sure Elvis dared you to kiss, not make out, Arnold said sarcastically as he started laughing at how red the two were. I'm glad you're finding this funny, because I'm asking you next, Sam exclaimed as he watched Arnold's expression go from Arnold expression. The Arnold expression
Already off to a good start.
go from laughing to worry within a couple of seconds.
Please kill me.
I already want to die.
I want to die. Arnold, truth or dare? Sam asked, smirking. I don't like the look on your face, so I'm going to play it safe. Truth. Arnold replied. Arnold nervously replied, guys, I'm like working 3-5, so forgive me. Wimp. Alright, Arnold, I've got a good one for you. Is it true that you're gay? Sam smirked at Arnold's reaction. It was now Arnold's turn to turn red at what Sam had just said. The tables have tabled. He looked down at the floor. His cheeks were red hot. Do I really have to answer to that? It's not fair. Arnold protested. Yes, Arnold, now come on, is it true? Penny replied as everyone awaited an answer from Arnold. Arnold nervously looked up before speaking. Sort of. Everyone sat there in shock. They all knew he was gay, but they didn't think he was going to admit it. Elvis soon realized what he had said and was a bit confused. Arnold, what do you mean by sort of? Elvis asked quietly. Arnold sighed before he spoke up. Well, I'm actually bisexual, which means I like both men and women and Apache helicopters. But I prefer men, like femboys, much more than women. Arnold confessed. Please don't hate me, Arnold stated, worried that they were going to hate him for his confession. He went into a moment of panic and curled himself up into a ball, trying to hide away. Whoa, Arnold, come down. None of us are going to hate you. You're our friend and a big part of our team, despite the fact that I threw you underneath the bus. Despite the fact that it was highly unprofessional and I shouldn't have asked that question.
But screw professionalism.
Exactly.
I should know about screwing professionalism. I don't care. Sim's just like, I fuck professionalism on a daily basis.
I mean, he fucks more than something, but you know. Oh, was that a hint at a pairing? Sam explained as Arnold lifted his head to see everyone nod their heads in agreement. Thank you, guys. You are the best, Arnold replied as he gently smiled at his friends. Arnold, no matter what, we're always going to be here for you, Sam said gently to Arnold as she gave him a gentle side hug.
Just then, the deafening sound of the fire alarm rang through their ears, alerting the team that a rescue had come in. They all sprung off the floor and ran to get changed as they listened to the emergency over the speakers. There's a house fire on 5th Avenue Street. This is a code red warning. Be careful. This is going to be a dangerous one. Quick, team. It looks like it's getting worse, Steele's voice said as he spoke over the speakers. They all jumped into their assigned vehicles. Sam, Arnold, and Elvis all buckled themselves into Jupiter as Sam rushed down the drive, leading away to the fire. Penny and Ellie followed closely behind in Venus. They dashed through the small village with their flashing lights and alerting sirens. They finally reached the fire. It was then they realized Station Officer Steele wasn't lying. They looked at the fire, speechless at the sight that was before them. It was a weapon to surpass Middle Gear.
And it's just a Donnie Libido in a fairy outfit. Plot twist. That's gonna be the running gag, the new running gag for the new year. Oh, how many minutes are we in? Are we? We're 16 minutes in. I hope you all enjoyed the first chapter of the story. I would like to see a big thank you to Lady Fedorsky for all of her help and support. Because she didn't understand what the red squiggly red line in word stood for. God, I fucked that up. I mean, guys, it's called Grammarly. It's not that hard.
Here's the thing. It's not even like proper. It's not even proper. It's not even proper paragraph structure. It looks like paragraph structure, but it's not proper paragraph structure. It's supposed to change every time a person. It's a new paragraph every time a person speaks. It's not that hard. Every time a new person speaks, it's a new paragraph. It's not that difficult.
Unfortunately, this is my kind of writing style, so you kind of have me to blame for that. But anyway, are we ready for the next chapter?
Yes.
Are we ready for this story to take a child savior-like turn?
Oh dear.
There's one chapter that we won't be able to read because, well, you know, Wayback Machine can only do so much. So who wants to start us? Oh, well, you read the last one, so I get to start us off.
Mm-hmm.
Chapter 2. In all their years fighting fires, they had never come across a fire as bad as this one. Until now. The house was on the outskirts of Pocky Pandy, sitting alone on the side of the road with no other houses around it. No shit. It's in the middle of a fucking valley. You know, obviously I watched the show, so I fucking know that. This part of town was new to all the firefighters, and they didn't know what to expect from the dull-looking place. Probably some sort of rapist, but we'll get to that. As they came closer to the house, it was clear this was definitely a code red. The once bright pink house was slowly engulfed by gloomy dark ash, as bright red and orange flames danced around it. Did Barbie used to live
there? Where are we?
Oh. What? So we're on the third. It's the third part of the paragraph that starts with, it was clear this was definitely a code red. and it talks about a bright pink house. And I'm thinking that it's like a highlighter pink house. And I'm thinking that there's like a gay couple that used to live there.
It's fabulous, darling.
It's fabulous.
Absolutely fabulous.
It's fabulous. It expresses what we are as really queer-tastic. Oh.
Plot twist. It belongs to a like backwards country man. She's like, I got a pretty house.
It belongs to a redneck named Hullabaloo.
I like to go hunting from my roof.
I like to shoot people from the top of the roof because I'm a trash man.
Shoot people from my magenta roof.
Oh, boy. Both vehicles came to a sudden stop as the crew jumped out, hurrying to get the flames under control. The team worked together to get the equipment ready as Sam assigned them to a certain task to help tackle this place. Right, Penny, Elvis, and Ellie, man the hoses. Arnold and I will use sticky foam to try to put
fire out.
Putting fire out. This murder war is gay? You know, what was the one line in Sam's accident where it's like, we put it down to go to hospital or something like that?
I don't remember. Someone's having a strong cool trying to write this thing.
Like, okay, so I don't mind if you have a peer that edits your stories. But Jesus Christ, man. What the fuck? Yeah. I thought that cough went away. Jesus.
Yeah, they have a pier. They peer and they turn a mirror over into it, and they just peer into that.
I bet you no one checked this fucking story.
He just pointed a mirror at it and looked at it from the mirror. It's just like, yep, this looks fine.
They took out like one word that was like misspelled and called it a day. It's perfect. We can publish it now. All right.
Just like one really badly butchered word.
Put it fire out.
Blah blah blah.
God damn it, hullabaloo. Put it fire out, as we don't know what the cause of it is, Sam exclaimed as everyone got to work on putting the fire out. Sam picked up his hose just as his radio started to speak. Station Officer Steele to Sam, do you read me? Sam swiftly...
Alright, don't die yet.
Oh, God. It's the child savior disease. It's coming to claim me.
We promised to die together, okay?
We made a suicide pact.
Yes. Oh no. Oh God. Please don't.
Sam swiftly picked his radio up as he replied. Hearing you loud and clear, sir. What seems to be the problem? Sam, the person who called the emergency in didn't state if there was anyone in the house. I need you and someone else to do a quick sweep of the house, just in case there's someone in there who's in danger. Station Officer Steele frantically replied back. On it right away, sir. There should be a period there, just saying. Sam stated as he put his radio back on his uniform. He dropped his hose and started to run back to Jupiter's locker to retrieve two BAs and head back to the others, stopping in front of Arnold. Arnold, you're coming in with me. Ellie and Elvis, you two man the hoses. Penny, you monitor our air levels. Sam rushed out as he and Arnold rushed to put their BAs on. He then handed them tags over the Penny and sprinted into the furnace-like building. And there's no dash there. Anytime you're talking about things like gingered hair, lifelike, or something like furnace light, there has to be this, I think it's called a hyphen or something like that.
Yeah,
a dash that has a hyphen that has to be within those two words. God, Lady Hodorsky, you were the worst editor. You did not catch that. Anyway, Acxra, it is your turn.
Arnold, you sweep upstairs with your football ass head. Hey Arnold.
Hey Arnold.
Okay, I'm going into. I'll sweep down here, Sam shouted over the crackling of the fire. They swiftly separated from one another, sweeping the area they had been given. I almost pronounced Arnold as around, and I'm spicy. That's hot. That's real hot.
Coming out of the breadstick oven hot.
Arnold. Do you mind? Do you mind? I'm trying to be sexy.
Figured out how for your cause. Was that a roast? Oh. Anyway, continue.
Arnold carefully walked up the black stairs.
Racist, why are you doing that? Black
Black
Please.
Stair Lives Matter.
Please don't bring the BL movement into my comment section. Why you gotta be black? Why can't you just say chart stairs? Please continue. I'm so sorry.
Being mindful of the flames that were approaching him, he reached the top of the stairs and started his search room by room. Lucky there was no one in any other room.
What?
What are you talking about? The room had plenty of people and had Tommy Wiseau.
It had what?
It had Tommy Wiseau.
I did not hit her. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, hi, Mark. There was no one in any of the room. Oh, wait. There is someone in here. Tommy? Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, this story is great. Already off to a good start. Sorry.
He darted around trying to be as quick as possible. The flames are already getting too close for comfort. You forgot a comma, you motherfucker.
Ooh, wrong too.
Oh,
Shame
yeah,
on
wrong
you.
too. Arnold, no.
I must spit my drink, you fucking motherfucker.
Arnold rushed out of room back into the hallway to check the other bedrooms, only to stop. This is not enticing writing, and I'm about to fall asleep. The fire cut him off as he was reaching the other side of the hallway. He couldn't check the other rooms now. He stood there, flashlight in hand, trying to see if there was any life on the other side or if anyone that was there. Arnold then started to shout and hope if anyone that was there, that they would hear him and come out. Hello, can you hear me? I'm here to help.
God, I'm just so glad we decided to do this tonight.
Oh, God. Arnold screamed. He patiently waited for a reply. Also another missing comma. Last one had too many commas. This one doesn't have enough commas.
And the one before that had too many ands and commas.
The one before that was just one big run-on sentence. It was only met with the same old crackling sound coming from the fire until he heard crying. Arnold froze in his spot as he listened carefully to the crying. There wasn't a normal cry for help. This was a baby cry. His eyes started around the hall, trying to find a way to...
Oh shit,
What?
it's Silent Hill.
The baby's in the sink.
Yep. And it looks like a fetus, just like, oh, ew, and gross. I might actually vomit.
Oh yeah. His eyes darting around the hall, trying to find a way to get over to the other side to help this baby, but they couldn't see one. The only chance of getting to the other side was to jump, and with there being no other way, that this was his only choice of saving this crying baby.
We know. Why did you have to repeat yourself twice, you fucking dumbass?
Slowly, Arnold backed up to give him a better run before he took off, sprinting towards the flame. He swiftly jumped over the burning flames as he went tumbling onto the floor. A sharp, burning pain went straight through his arm as he let out a painful whimper. By now, the visibility was poor, and Arnold could hardly see in front of him the thick, black cock.
Daddy, why is Mama crying? The thick, black cock.
Okay.
Arnold got penetrated by the black smoke. Is that what the kids are calling it nowadays?
I'm trying to bring myself back together, but oh my god. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. The thick black smoke clouded his vision. He sprung up off the floor, desperate to locate where the crying was coming from. It was coming from me, apparently. I'm
Alright.
dying here.
Let me blow my nose, and then I worry. Oh dear God! I wasn't aware I produced that much mucus. Jesus Christ!
We're both the ones crying here.
Yes, I am like in tears because I have been coughing. And it feels like I've been trying to cough up a sinus. Oh, I knew standing outside in the cold was a bad idea. Alright. Compose yourself, den mother. You hate reading terrible fanfiction, but this is the one story out of all of them you've read this year where you can fucking make fun of it and not feel anything. Arnold passed around each of the rooms trying to locate the source of the crying. He ran in and out of each room until he came across a nursery. It looked like it had been rushed to be made. The walls were a light shade of blue, and in the middle sat the only piece of furniture in the room. A cot with a wailing baby inside it. Ooh, Jesus. Arnold approached the cot swiftly. He tried to help the baby as quickly as possible. As Arnold approached the cot, he had a gut feeling something wasn't right. Ooh, he's walking into the bathroom. He pushed the feeling aside and pulled back the blankets covering the baby, only to be met with a horrifying sight. There, laying before Arnold, was a toy baby covered in what seemed to be blood. Ooh, spooky. Dude, you had said it was a freshly cut fetus out of PT, I'd have been fucking impressed. I'd have been like, holy shit, this story escalated quickly. But no, it had to be the Gary's Mod baby doll, covered in blood, that somebody shot because they thought it was somebody else when they played prom hunt.
Spooky, scary skeletons.
God damn it, Dan. When do you gotta do this? Arnold gasped in shock as he quickly turned to get out, the image playing on repeat in his mind. I just imagine, have you ever seen like the Dr. Phil clips?
What?
Where they do a zoom in on somebody's face and then they flash it? That's what I have in my head right now. Arnold had no idea where he was going. He couldn't see his hands in front of him. Never mind seeing where the path was. He quickly ran out of the room. The fire blocked all chances of him exiting. Oh, he dead. He is so dead. As Arnold came around a corner, his pipe going from his mask to his oxygen tank snagged on something sharp, causing it to split. Ooh, love the exclamation point there. Arnold's oxygen supply was cut off as he started to breathe in the thick black smoke.
The thick black cock.
Oh, he got cocked directly to his mouth. He ran around the house looking for a window or something to jump out of and to get to safety. Arnold could feel his lungs start to burn as he started to cough from the amount of smoke he had inhaled, making it harder for him to breathe. Why is there exclamation points?
Because everything has to be yelling. I can't yell. I can't yell. It's too late. It's way too late.
I obviously can't yell because 1, my voice is starting to go, and 2, it's past 1 a.m. in the morning. He started to feel weak. Arnold pushed through the pain as he continued to search for a window, only to collapse on the floor with him. Thank you, Windows, for reminding me to optimize my PC. Not like I didn't do that 3 days ago.
You have to keep your PC up to date.
Oh yeah, the virus. Arnold pushed through the pain as he continued to search for a window, only to collapse on the floor with a thud. The darkness started to cloud his vision. It was then he remembered the new personal alert buttons they had been given they all had been given recently. It was on his uniform. He pressed it with weak hands before fading into complete darkness, unaware of a hooded figure hidden in the shadowing, smiling at his work. Because, I too stand in the shadowing.
Alright, we're gonna make some little happy smoke clouds.
It's alright, it's just a mistake.
Up, the Wayback machine has not archived that URL.
Yeah, I don't believe in destiny, I just do what's best for me. Don't listen to my enemies, they're just full of jealousy. Yeah, this legacy, you gon' see what's left of me. You gon' see success in me, you ain't seen the rest of me. I just wanna be the best at what I know, better than the rest, just watch me grow. Put me to the test and watch me go. This is my quest, I'ma make it known. They call me obsessive, oh I know. Call me selective with my notes, call me aggressive with my flow. Call me offensive even though yo, I ain't gonna lie, life's tough. Try to get by, life's rough. Try to do it right, it's not enough. Even though you try, you still mess up. But I'm still gonna fight for what I love. Still gonna die for what I love. Still gonna try, I won't give up. Still gonna fight until I